He doesn't think you can hear anything on these recordings until my clients are on here, but you can.
Nobody's on there.
They're going to hear all that, so please be quiet, Mr. B. Anyway, I'm sorry I had to leave. We had a repair guy come from Tiffin to look at our RV and say there's nothing really wrong with it, and we can get an after-hours guy to do it for just a little bit of nothing. So that's what we're going to do while we're here. Yay! Because I told you it's just a little punch list of little things. So anyway, I was talking to you about life happening. And so when life happens, what do? You have to prioritize and say, is this really a priority or not? Thanks, Candace. She said, welcome back. Is it a priority or not? So if it's not a priority, then you can do the priority. You should always do the priority. I know that sounds crazy, but what I'm trying to say is if you're doing something and something else comes up, or you're about to do something and something else comes up. Hi, Jocelyn. Welcome back, she said. Thanks. If you're doing something and something else comes up, or you were about to do something and something else comes up, you can do anything you want. I'm not going to tell you can't. But if you want to accomplish what you want, good, Karen, I'm glad you're back. And Mr. B's back. This is crooked too, sorry. There you go. If you can, I get so distracted. I know you do too. If you have a plan, and that's the point. You made a plan for a reason. You got your planner out. You put down all your priorities, all your commitments, rather, all your appointments, and then you plug in around that what you want to do that day. What do you want to do? When are you going to do your rituals? When are you going to do your morning ritual? Hopefully when you first get up. When are you going to do your area of focus, which would be your zone? When are you going to do that 15 minutes of work? Or if you're a Monday through Friday working person, or a full-time employed person outside of the home, even in the home, if you're working, you can't do anything else. But then maybe Saturday morning you have an hour to work on your zone or your area of focus. So you put it in your planner. So you say, I got up, I did my morning rituals, I took a half hour, I made breakfast for the family, we ate it, I cleaned it up, that's another hour. And then I did my zone, my area of focus, and I did it for 15 minutes, or I plan on doing it for 15 minutes, or on Saturday for 1 hour. And then I did my my weekly thing. So if you're a weekly person, actually that was your Charles Colburn. Lovely. There's no way to stop this.
Okay.
Why don't you step outside?
I'm not going outside. Hello?
Okay. It's so nice.
Hey, Charles.
This is life happening. Exactly what I was saying. But my priority is you.
Did I do what?
So we're going to talk about... I'm going to wait.
My wife might have. Did you call Charles before we got here?
No.
Try to get... No, it wasn't us.
No.
But
anyway, Charles and Charles... I call them Charles in Charge. There are two guys who work on the RV when we're not going to the manufacturer. You can hear we're getting a new TV.
And then
I thought my phone was ringing, Deanna. Let's just chat. Do you have any questions for me until this is over? Because it's very distracting.
The freezer keeps popping
Do you?
open. I think the one on the bottom's like
our freezer pops open. There's a latch. It's very inexpensive.
It's just a couple. It's just some little things.
Excuse me. He sent him a list, I think.
I'm gonna go get it today. In just a few minutes.
He's gonna go get a TV today. Because if we had the TV put in at Tiffin, they would put a $900 TV in, and it's a 43-inch TV, which you can get for a couple hundred at the Walmart.
We're gonna be here today, Thursday, and Friday, and then Saturday really, and then we're gonna leave Sunday.
No questions. Y'all just want to hear what he's saying. Is that what's going on? No questions, no comments, no concerns. What's happening in your life that's distracting you?
If you know what to get, like
this is totally unacceptable.
About the little latch to the freezer to hold the top.
Oh yeah. I think one of the best things is to just step back in and try not to catch up. You are 100% right. Thank you, Bridget. Hi, Kat, Mr. B. Hey, Bridget.
I don't know if you'll.
Kat, Victoria. Jocelyn said, Kat, curious on your living room philosophy on self-care, on your LR philosophy on self-care, sleep versus pushing through, Jocelyn. Here's what I think. My philosophy on sleep is it's a priority.
The other things were
It's a priority.
maybe
So if you
lounge
didn't
in
get
the-
your house
in the
done
bathroom.
and you have to go to bed, don't stay up at night and do it. Just do it
My wife says
tomorrow.
she smells stuff in the sink
So you want to make sure that you are.
It's a 2019
I'm so distracted
Tiffany red.
because I want to hear what he's saying,
Okay.
but I don't want to hear.
And
So for sleep,
I'll let you look
you
at
want to
my
make sure
mirror.
you
When I
get
was
your
buying
sleep.
some
So you
diesel, I
plan your
walked into
sleep
a
and you
thing
try to go to bed
on
on
the
time
mirror
and
on
wake
the
up on
passenger
time.
side.
Then you have time during the
let you
day.
look
Now
at that.
I
If it's
realize
gonna be real
that some of you are
expensive,
morning
it says a
people
scratch on it,
and
so
some of you aren't
we'll
morning people.
see.
I am totally a morning person, and even if I wasn't, I would still try to get my things done in the morning, so I have time to get it done, to enjoy my day. If I'm, especially if I'm not a morning person, I want to enjoy those things in the afternoon. And if you are a morning person, you can still enjoy those things in the afternoon. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, Mr. B,
Okay.
are you done?
And yeah, I think anything else you can is just small stuff, and we can talk about it and get it out.
I've been working on my sleep consistently, and it's been
Okay.
gradually getting better. Yay, Candace. Yes, you
Okay,
have been
thank
working
you.
on it. Lisa says, hey, Kat and
Bye-bye.
Mr. B. Okay, let's see.
All right, we did it.
Okay, thanks, Mr. B. Are you
Bye.
enjoying being back in the RV life? Yes, Deanna, I am. Okay, so I want to go back to Jocelyn's question on curious about your philosophy on self-care versus pushing through. So I have had clients that I've mentored who said, Kat, I just stayed up till 2 a.m. doing it all. Well, that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing because number one, it does not create a good habit. Number two, we always think we work best under pressure, and that's a lie that we tell ourselves. It's very difficult on your body to do that. Number three, the thing we're doing, whether you are a full-time payroll person or you're an at-home homemaker, is that we're trying to establish where we do these little things on a regular basis. So on your zone, you want to work, so let's say it's your living room, you want to work 4 15-minute units of decluttering or deep cleaning. If you are payroll, you're going to do it on Saturday morning, 1 hour, those 4 15 minutes condensed. And you get it done. You do that, plus you do your, I think I misspoke and said your weekly home blessing hour was like a zone, but it wasn't. And I may have not said that, I don't know. But you want to get that weekly home blessing hour done too. So it's 2 hours Saturday morning and it's done. Or for at-home homemakers, it's 15 minutes of the zone. And then let's say it's Monday and you're doing the quick clean or the weekly home blessing hour, that's an hour. So an hour and 15 minutes plus time to put things away. That's it. Now, you might say, but Kat, I can't get my living room cleaned in 1 hour. No, you can't get your living room cleaned in 1 hour, but you can declutter 1 hour's worth of stuff and then revisit it the next month and the next month until there's no clutter in there. Then you can deep clean your living room every month for 1 hour or 4 15-minute units. So if you say, but Kat, I declutter, I'll never get it done because my family keeps cluttering it back up. That's not the same thing. The clutter that I'm talking about decluttering is layered clutter that's been there for a long time. Stacks of paper, boxes of junk, drawers full of stuff. That's the clutter I'm talking about. It's basically hidden clutter or clutter in corners. The clutter that your family leaves out every day, their book that they're reading, their electronic cord, their cup of water, or whatever that is, you know, their toys. That's the kind of stuff we tackle 3 times a day with a really quick clutter stop. When we go through our house and we say, nope, come here, kids. So let's say you do it after breakfast, or if you're going to work before breakfast, after lunch or before lunch, or if you work when you first come home from work, and then before the children go to bed at night, if you have children. If you don't, before you get too tired and go to bed at night. So you're looking to see, what did everybody leave out? And if you live by yourself, you know that you leave out stuff. I know that I leave out stuff. I've got stuff sitting by me right now. I've got a pen. I've got a timer. I've got a bottle of water. I've got earbuds. I've got my upcoming planner. I've got my Kindle. I've got an electric cord, you know, all that stuff that I'm currently using. But if I got up and left it, then it's clutter. So we want to make sure we pick it up and put it away. We want to learn how to do pick it up, not pass it up. Okay? So that's the answer to that one question. But I want to get back to the main focus of this video. And let me set my timer because I have a client. What time? In like 5 minutes. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes of this real quick. And that is, what, Larry?
I didn't say nothing.
You distracted me. You were saying something. You were whispering something to me.
I was talking to myself.
Whispering Bill. Okay. Well, try not to talk to yourself because I think you're talking to me.
Okay.
Okay. When life happens, that's what we were talking about. We were talking about Gina. We were talking about all the people that I named and all of you. I mean, I have clients who tell me, Kat, what's wrong with me? My brains are like scrambled eggs. What's wrong with me? And then, you know, I share that with all my clients who say that to me so they know they're not alone. And as you can see by my own ADD, it's just we get distracted. And we're fun. We want to have fun. We're fun people. But sometimes, you know, decluttering is not so fun. Or doing a weekly home blessing hour is not so fun. But it's going to be fun when it's done. Get it done and it'll be fun, right? That's a good theme. Get it done and it will be fun. Because then it's fun to have your house look nice. It's fun to have no clutter laying around. It's fun to say, I've just got a little glass bird over here. Look at this little bird. I got this in Venice for my mother when I was 16 years old. And I got it as an inheritance. But anyway, we get distracted. Example, bird. So we have to have a plan. So we have our plan. In our plan, we have everything that we want to do, everything that we've committed to do, and every appointment that we have. That's in our plan. We start with appointments and commitments, and then we fill in with our zone work, our basic weekly plan item, which I'm now calling area of focus and weekly habit, and our routines, our rituals. I call those rituals because they make a difference in our life. They're special, they're important, that we do our morning ritual, our after dinner ritual, our before bed ritual, our laundry ritual, our paper ritual, our clutter stop rituals. Those things will make a huge difference in your life. So when you have all these things planned out, and you've got all your appointments and you've got everything in there, and you say, okay, today I have 3 hours in the morning with nothing to do, and I'm going to get my area of focus done, and I'm going to get my 15 minutes in my 15 minutes in my area of focus done, and I'm going to get my hour of whatever it is, errands, or 2 hours of errands, or whatever. You've got a plan. And then somebody calls and says, hey, let's go to the lake. Let's take the kids to the lake. I got a great watermelon. It's all chilled. You can bring some hot dogs and we'll have a great day. Don't forget the sunscreen and the bug spray. And you say, oh, that sounds like so much fun. That's what you're thinking. I want to do that. It'll be so fun. I want to have to look at the house. I want to have to listen to the kids. I'll be playing. I'll bring their floats. It'll be so fun. And your friend says, when can you leave? And you say, man, I can't wait to do it. Thanks for telling me about it. I've got to get the kids together. I've got to get myself together. And I got a few things I need to do at the house. Can you give me 3 hours? It's 9 o'clock, 10, 11, 12. So we can go at noon. Noon? Really? Yeah. I have some things. I've got to get groceries this morning. I've got to get them. Otherwise, I won't have groceries. Okay, fine. Make it quick. Okay, I'll try to get it done early. And then you say, kids, we're going to the lake. If you clean your room real quick, we'll be able to go for lunchtime. And we'll stay there for 4 hours. It's going to be great. That's what you do. I know that doesn't sound as much fun as jumping in the car right now and going, but it won't be fun if you don't get it done, because you're going to come home to no groceries purchased, no library books returned, the house is not decluttered, and you didn't do your clutter stops. So that is not fun. So if you want to have fun, I know you're a fun girl. I know you want to have fun. Part of it is doing your regular stuff. If it's an emergency, like I said, somebody breaks their leg or there's some emergency and you have to leave and you didn't get your laundry done, you didn't get your errands run, and you didn't get your area of focus decluttered for 15 minutes or deep cleaned, whatever point you're at. Then when you come home, you say, oh, wow, I'm so glad I was able to take Tom to the hospital. It looks like he's going to be fine. Mom, I'm home. The kids, you can bring the kids back or I'll come get them, whatever. And then you think, okay, what can we have for supper? What can we have for supper? Well, I've got that leftover chicken and I've got some rice and I've got some peas. That's what we're going to have for supper. And then I'm going to look at tomorrow and see how I can fit in buying my groceries tomorrow. How can I change tomorrow? How can I squeeze some things together? And you've always got car and purse on Friday, which is such a tiny little job that you can put something with that. So if you bump everything back a day, that's fine. So that's what I'm telling you is you can't let all these interruptions of life steal. Now, sometimes there is a terrible thing, like somebody's in the hospital and it's your spouse and it was an emergency and he's going to be there in intensive care for 5 days and then he's going to be in the regular for another 5 days, then you don't worry a thing about your home. You take care of your children, make sure somebody can watch them, and if you are coming home to sleep, you do some little minor rituals for yourself, maybe make your bed, eat some breakfast, and leave. And when you come back at night, you do a clutter stop. There won't be anyone there, so it shouldn't be bad, or unless your mom's watching the kids at your house and she didn't pick up the mess. So maybe you pick up some mess a little bit, just so it won't be too overwhelming at the end of this time, and you go to bed. Or you take your shower and you take your makeup off. You do some of those things. Sometimes we have to just adjust, and it's okay. And when everything's normal again, we step back in where we stepped out, and we start with a new plan. I hope this was helpful for you because life happens to all of us every day. And we have to honestly use our brilliant mind, which works in nanoseconds, to do some changing, okay? One other thing I want to mention real quick is that Kimmy has had, and I've mentioned it last week, Kimmy, the She's in Her Apron planner, and She's in Her Apron YouTube channel, which we all love. She's had some manufacturer problems, and they are not going to be making these planners after this year. They're going to be doing she's going to change. She's going to do something a little different. She'll still take care of us, but she's going to do something a little different. If you go to she'sinherapron.com and you go to the planners, she will tell you all the changes that are happening. So you can go there as long as you order. If you haven't got one for the rest of the year, you can get one by August the 5th for this year. And there's also some that are undated that you can get for next year if you want. But we'll have the spine and all that and the beautiful paper and all the things. So go read what it says on she'sinherapron.com under planners, and you will see what's happening. All right, that's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful day. I look forward to talking to you live next week, and you should be getting another YouTube video from me next week. Have a wonderful day, and always remember to be beautiful because you are beautiful. Bye.